Few moments in sports are as heart-wrenching and unforgettable as the possible farewell of a living legend. And Friday night at Dodger Stadium served up just that emotional drama. Is this really the end for Clayton Kershaw's era in Los Angeles? Fans held their breath, every pitch crackling with anticipation and nostalgia. But here's where it gets interesting. Some believe it might not actually be the last dance, and that's fueling debates across baseball. It all concluded with a signature moment. Kershaw, on the mound, painted a fastball precisely on the lower edge of the strike zone to freeze Rafael Devers for a called third strike, the first out of the fifth inning. This pitch might well become the final one he ever delivers in front of his home crowd at Dodger Stadium. Afterwards, the stadium brimmed with emotion as Kershaw, who has already revealed this will be his last season, hugged each infielder and awaited his longtime skipper, Dave Roberts, who emerged to make the pitching change. Roberts, who has managed the Dodgers for a decade with Kershaw anchoring the rotation, grasped Kershaw's hand and wrapped him in a deep embrace. They exchanged heartfelt words before Kershaw exited to a thunderous standing ovation from a capacity crowd, a sea of blue saluting a true baseball icon. Kershaw, visibly moved, doffed his cap to the crowd, embraced his teammates, and even returned for a curtain call, clearly soaking up every detail of a night that buzzed with significance. And this is the part most people miss. Greatness isn't always about perfection. At 37, Kershaw wasn't at his sharpest. Facing the San Francisco Giants, he issued 4 walks with several tough, drawn-out at-bats and surrendered a couple of runs. Yet, as he so often has during these later years, Kershaw found a way to keep his team in the game, demonstrating an elite competitor's knack for survival, even without his dominant stuff. The evening had begun poignantly. As Kershaw strode to the mound alone, his teammates briefly lingered in the dugout, wanting to create a private moment for Kershaw and the fans who have adored him for nearly 2 decades, though he encouraged them to join him on the field. The sentimental gesture was not lost on anyone watching. The night wasn't without its battles. Kershaw's first inning was tough, giving up a leadoff homer to Heliot Ramos and needing 23 pitches to escape after a walk and a fielding error. The trend continued as he handled more walks in the second, escaped trouble with infield pop-ups, and fought through a third, where Matt Chapman doubled and Wilmer Flores drove in a run. Even the fourth provided challenges, with another leadoff hit, but Kershaw skillfully limited the damage each time. He put an exclamation mark on the fourth by fanning Willy Adames after a grueling 9-pitch duel, pushing his pitch count to 86. And in a move that felt orchestrated for drama, Roberts deliberately avoided Kershaw on the bench, allowing his ace one final showdown. That last hitter? Rafael Devers, one of baseball's most feared bats, whom Kershaw struck out looking on his 91st pitch, notching strikeout number 6 and potentially throwing his last ever pitch in his home park. Moments later, the Dodger faithful erupted as Shohei Ohtani and Mookie blasted consecutive home runs, turning the game in the Dodgers' favor in the bottom of the 5th with a 4-run burst. The Dodgers ultimately prevailed 6-3, clinching their 13th straight postseason berth. But the debate isn't over. Kershaw is expected to make one more start before the end of the regular season. Yet with the team's deep pitching staff, his role in the postseason is far from certain. Is this truly the last we'll see of Kershaw pitching at Dodger Stadium? Or will October baseball offer another encore? Fans can't seem to agree. Take a moment to reflect on Kershaw's incredible journey. In 18 seasons, all spent proudly wearing Dodger blue, he captured 3 Cy Young Awards, an MVP, and recorded 222 regular season wins, just 11 shy of franchise leader Don Sutton. With a career ERA of 2.54, the second lowest among all pitchers who have hurled at least 1,500 innings since the live ball era began. His resume is jaw-dropping. Friday's game drew notable spectators, including NFL quarterback Matthew Stafford, Kershaw's childhood buddy, and past Dodger teammates like Austin Barnes, Russell Martin, Jimmy Rollins, Trace Thompson, A.J. Pollock, and Andre Ethier. Ethier, who was part of the lineup in Kershaw's first big league start back in May 2008, and even played hero with a walk-off hit that night, sat in the stands 17 years later, perhaps witnessing the last chapter of an extraordinary Dodger Stadium saga. But what do you think? Is this truly goodbye, or could there be another twist in the tale? Are the Dodgers making the right call with Kershaw's postseason role? Or should a legend have the chance to decide how his story ends? Drop your thoughts below. Should legacy weigh more than recent form, or is the team's success the only thing that really matters?